Hello YouTube, Reddit and the internet. Welcome to another one of my stupid ass videos which you thought would be a very good idea to click on even though it adds no intrinsic value to society and humanity as we know it. My name is Freak and today we will be analysing the match between Ninjas in Pajamas and HellRaisers. Before we get started I want to make a quick note to everybody out there. What you're effectively doing is gambling. And even though I'm giving you advice to gamble, I'm not necessarily responsible for your actions with regards to gambling. Don't let my opinion influence your actions. Please be an informed bettor, collect your information from multiple sources, and use them constructively to form an opinion. Bet safe, bet responsibly, and most importantly, have fun. This is meant to be a fun thing, so please don't take it too seriously. Alright, now that we got the boring crap out of the way, let's get to the analysis. First off, we need to address something with regards to HellRaisers. Just yesterday, Adrian was confirmed to leave HellRaisers. For those of you who don't know, Adrian was one of HellRaisers' founding members. He's been there since the team's inception in 2003, and to many he is one of the better players from HellRaisers. So, for a lot of the CSGO community, it was a big shock to see Adrian being the one dropped. I mean, HellRaisers had been in a bit of a poor slump recently. They were knocked out of the group stages of ESL1 Cologne, correct me if I'm wrong. They've been in a state of disarray for some time now. Most people were predicting someone else to get dropped, but for some reason they dropped Adrian. But the long and short of it is, Simple has left A-Gaming and is now joining HellRaisers to replace Adrian. So, how does that affect everything? Well, let's have a look at what people are saying. On Counter-Strike Go Lounge, the current odds as of recording are 75 to 25 in favor of Ninjas in Pajamas. If you go to HLTV, you'll see the odds are 55-45 as of this recording. Why are the odds like this? Well, let's have a look at the facts first. Ninjas in Pajamas are playing with the same lineup, same championship winning lineup, same lineup that we've seen them use in all the previous matches in the last few days, especially against that horrible defeat against Fnatic, which I don't think anybody was expecting. Least of all me. I thought it was going to be a close game, and I told you guys, look, be wary of Ninjas Pajamas, and then look what happened. 2-0. Luckily I bet on Fnatic, so I did win a few skins, thanks to my own advice. HellRaisers, as I just said, same kind of lineup, except for Adrian, who is now being replaced by Simple. Looking at the team's history, both teams have been fairly shaky. I mean, Ninjas in Pajamas tends to do pretty well against the tier 2 teams, you know, like Dignitas, HellRaisers, Epsilon, that sort of thing, Titan. Not the you know, AAA teams like, say, you know, LDLC. That's going to be another video after this one. They haven't been performing too well against championship contenders, especially against Fnatic yesterday, but they seem to do quite well with the, you know, the best of the rest, as it were. HellRaisers, like I said, have been in a bit of a slump. They're really hoping that Simple will help inject fresh blood into this aging HellRaisers lineup. Honestly, I don't know why it happened, but it has happened, and they're hoping for a quick turnaround in results. Looking at the map, it's interesting. Overpass is a fairly new addition to the CSGO competitive pool. We saw it kind of debut to the wider audience during ESL1 Cologne. Anders and Semler made a good point in that, you know, nobody really knows anything about people's performances on Overpass because it hasn't been part of ESEA, it hasn't been part of CEVO, it's only just been added. If you look at some statistics, you can see that Ninjas in Pajamas have played it twice, and they've won both times. And they started one time on CT, and they started one time on T, and they won both matches. In fact, one of those matches was against HellRaisers. That was the last time these two teams met. They met in the group stages, and Ninjas in Pajamas came out on top, beating HellRaisers 16-11. If I look at more statistics at previous meetings between these two teams, it's fairly clear to see that Ninjas in Pajamas do have a historical advantage over HellRaisers. They do like to beat them, and HellRaisers doesn't do nearly as well as Ninjas in Pajamas does over them. Enough of the facts, let's talk about what people are saying about these two teams. Perceptions. Starting with Ninjas in Pajamas. NiP have, you know, they are champions. They are ESL1 Cologne champions, but if anything, you know, they're not playing like it. I went on about yesterday how grinding out games and grinding out victories, you'd think that Ninjas in Pajamas would have this like championship winning mentality, and they would use this mentality to win against all sorts of teams, the big teams, the small teams. They just know how to win. That's the kind of what I was getting at, but yesterday they got completely, for lack of a better word, wrecked by Fnatic. It was 2-0. They lost a map 16-0. Like 16-0. And the other map was, I think it was 16-7. despite the heavy loss against Fnatic and the more recent shaky performance versus VP where they lost 3-2, they're still a very good team. I mean, you've got players like GetRight, Freiburg, they can turn it up when they need to. That said, their recent performances would explain why the odds are so close on HLTV. People don't have faith in NiP anymore. Speaking of HellRaisers, people are questioning why Adrian was dropped and not somebody else. Simple, I mean, there's a lot of questions about this kid. He's been a part of a lot of lower league Ukrainian teams, including A Gaming, which is what he was a part of since their inception. We don't know a lot about him, but he has been representing Ukraine. Somebody clearly thinks he's good enough to mix it up with the Kuchas and the Markelovs of CS. It should be interesting to watch him and see how he fits in with this new HR team, and if he can inspire HR to turn around their recent form and get a win over NiP. All in all, objectively speaking, this is definitely going to be an interesting game. It looks to be a medium risk game, and my personal odds are 65-35 to NiP. I think they're a lot more solid than people are giving them credit for on HLTV, but they're not as solid as people are saying on CSGO Lounge. My bet, I'm going to be betting medium on NiP. Medium being somewhere around 35% of your inventory value. If your top skin is like $2 and you have a bunch of 60-cent skins, then that's the ones you want to bet on this game. The reason I'm going medium and not high is because even though the odds are like 75-25 on CSGO Lounge, I still don't trust NiP with my most valuable skins. I'm not going to give them my $6 AK Redline Battle Scott. They may completely dominate HR, who knows, but at this point in time I'm not convinced by them, so I'm much happier to lose my 60-cent skin SMGs than I am to lose my high-end rifle skins. That about does it for this video. Obviously, I'm going to say it one more time, what you're doing is effectively gambling. Please be responsible with your gambling, and even though I'm giving you advice, I'm not responsible for any skins you lose or win, depending on what I say here in this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. Tell me what I can do better, tell me what I did wrong. Before I end this video, I want to give a few shout-outs to some people who helped me, that I've implemented their suggestions into this video. Emil Kallerfjord. I apologize if I said that wrong. Thank you for suggesting that I should explain my bet in percentages rather than value, because as you correctly pointed out, some people's inventories are huge, so medium for someone maybe $35, whereas for most people it could be like 35 cents. So thank you for that. And I want to give a shout out to I Know Hakuna for showing me this awesome site CSGO, which has really helped with my analysis. Thank you so much for watching. Please, like I said again, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you very soon in the future. Take it easy.